Okay, let's try and unpack this. Imagine navigating, I don't know, a shifting minefield where the
Mhm.
rules just change overnight depending on where your employees live.
Yeah.
That's kind of the reality businesses are facing with this huge wave of minimum wage changes hitting July 1st, 2025, all across the country.
Hmm.
I mean, I was genuinely surprised myself by the sheer scale of it all. California obviously is a hot spot.
Right.
You take Emeryville, for instance, their minimum wage is jumping way up to $19.90 an hour. That's actually higher than San Francisco.
Wow.
And it's not just there. Santa Monica's got increases too. And, well, get this, some hotel workers in Los Angeles, they're looking at potentially $22.50 an hour. Incredible.
You're absolutely right. It's a lot to keep track of. Overwhelming, really.
Yeah.
And what makes it even more complex, as you said, it isn't just California driving this. It really is spreading.
Oh,
We're seeing similar, pretty significant adjustments popping up in places like Oregon, Washington, D.C., Alaska, Washington State, too.
so truly nationwide then.
It really creates this, well, you called it a minefield, a compliance minefield,
Yeah.
especially for businesses with remote employees.
Yeah, I can see
It's
that.
almost like, playing whack-a-mole for employers trying to hit all these different local wage targets
Right.
and missing just one update, say, for someone working remotely versus your main office team in maybe Pasadena
Yeah.
that could have real legal and financial consequences, serious ones,
That makes sense. It sounds like HR departments are going to need, I don't know, a really sophisticated GPS just to keep up.
something like that, yeah.
But, okay, if we're talking broad compliance, what about the other side? Exempt employees.
Hmm.
You know, the salaried folks, usually not eligible for overtime, do their salary thresholds change too?
They absolutely do, and that's a really crucial detail that, honestly, a lot of employers can overlook. Just for clarity, we're talking about, professionals, administrators, managers who, under federal and state law, are exempt from overtime
Right.
if they meet certain salary and duties tests. So, for instance, Alaska is raising its threshold for exempt employees. It's going up to $1,040 a week.
A week, okay.
And California, well, their annual threshold is staying put at $68,640 for now.
Right.
But, and this is key, it's tied directly to that base hourly minimum wage requirement, the $16.50. So you have to meet the annual salary and make sure the implied hourly rate works out too. That often gets missed.
Huh. So the July 1st isn't just about, a new hourly number on a paycheck. It sounds more like a whole compliance overhaul,
Yeah,
affecting everything from job classifications, maybe even the posters you have to put up in the break room, how salary bands are structured.
that's a good way to put it. It's
Yeah.
definitely a holistic challenge.
But is it really a complete overhaul, or is it more like, tweaking a few numbers here and there?
Well, that's a great question
Yeah.
because it's definitely more than just tweaking numbers on a spreadsheet, much more.
Okay.
We're talking about fundamental shifts, things that need updates to offer letters,
Hmm.
internal payroll systems, maybe doing compensation audits, even how your HR software is set up.
Right, right.
The core insight here is that these wage hikes, even if they seem localized, they're forcing businesses to completely reevaluate how they manage their people,
Right.
particularly if you've got teams spread out everywhere.
And if you miss something,
Missing these updates isn't just like an administrative headache. It could lead to pretty significant legal trouble, back pay claims, fines, even damage to your reputation. So the takeaway for employers is really that this kind of hyper-localized HR compliance, it's not optional anymore. It's absolutely critical to avoid those risks.
okay, so let's bring it back to the listener. What does this all mean for you, whether you're an employer trying to figure this maze out or an employee wanting to understand your rights?
Well, it means understanding these details, these nuances, is just crucial for navigating the employment landscape today. It really is.
Yeah.
These changes impact everyone. They influence hiring decisions, where businesses decide to operate. That's for
Right.
employers. And for employees, it affects job searches, career paths, knowing you're classified correctly, making sure you're getting fair pay. Keeping up with these local changes is key for everyone to ensure compliance in, well, an increasingly complex world.
We've definitely covered a lot in this deep dive. From those really surprising jumps, like in Emeryville and for LA hotel workers,
Quite striking.
to the broader picture across states like Oregon and Alaska, and even those easily missed changes for exempt employees.
Right.
It's clear these July 1st adjustments go way beyond just the hourly rate number. They really touch the whole framework of compensation and compliance.
And this brings up, I think, an important question looking forward. How do all these frequent, very localized wage changes start to reshape the bigger picture,
Mm.
the national labor landscape, the future of work, especially, as we said, for distributed teams?
That's a great question to ponder. How might these shifts impact business strategy, or maybe your own individual career choices in the months and years ahead? What aspects of these changes really stand out most to you as we all navigate this?